What if I told you that during the darkest days of the Cold War, the United States government spent millions of dollars trying to solve a massive, terrifying problem? They needed a way to feed the entire American population in the harshest conditions imaginable, right after a total collapse. The solution they engineered was an absolute masterpiece of survival nutrition. They created a highly classified military superfood that could keep an adult perfectly well-fed for just 37 cents a day. And the craziest part, you can easily make this exact same doomsday ration right now in your own kitchen, using incredibly cheap ingredients. We live in an era where modern convenience has completely blinded us to how fragile our food supply really is. Think about your current kitchen setup. If the power grid goes down tonight, everything in your refrigerator becomes a ticking time bomb. Within 48 hours, hundreds of dollars worth of meat, dairy, and fresh produce will completely spoil. And if you think you can just rush to the local grocery store during a crisis, you are severely underestimating human panic. Supply chain experts know that the average supermarket only holds about 3 days' worth of inventory on its shelves. Once the trucks stop rolling, those shelves are stripped bare in a matter of hours. So, what is the modern solution? Most people turn to commercial freeze-dried survival food. But let's be honest, those pre-packaged plastic buckets cost an absolute fortune. Building a serious, long-term stockpile for a family of 4 using commercial freeze-dried meals can easily cost thousands of dollars. Most regular people simply cannot afford to drop that kind of money on emergency supplies. This is exactly why the Cold War doomsday ration is so incredibly vital for your family's preparedness today. The government knew they couldn't rely on expensive or complicated manufacturing processes to feed millions of people after a grid-down scenario. They needed a foundational food source that was dirt cheap to produce, incredibly nutrient-dense, and practically immune to spoiling. By studying historical preservation methods and combining them with mid-century nutritional science, they developed a ration that checked every single box. The true secret behind this survival food lies in the careful manipulation of moisture and specific fat-to-carbohydrate ratios. Bacteria and mold, the primary enemies of food preservation, require moisture to survive and multiply. By creating a dense, calorie-packed brick that effectively removes the environment where bacteria thrive, this ration defies normal expiration dates. Once you have mixed your very first batch at home, you can simply put it away and get ready to forget about it entirely. Stored in the right conditions, in a cool and dark place, this food probably never spoils. It sits there, silently waiting to save your life if you ever need it. But shelf life is only half of the equation. A true survival food also needs to be highly portable. If you are ever forced to evacuate your home, carrying bulky cans or heavy jars is a massive tactical mistake. The doomsday ration is remarkably lightweight and compact. You can easily stack weeks' worth of these rations at the bottom of a bug-out bag without adding unnecessary weight to your gear. Elite soldiers and historical explorers always prioritized caloric density over volume, and this ration follows that exact same survival rule perfectly. The biggest insight here isn't just the historical novelty of a Cold War secret, it is the sheer financial leverage this gives you. Imagine being able to guarantee your family's survival, ensuring they are well-fed and energized, for literal pennies on the dollar. For less than the cost of a modern cup of coffee, you can secure several days of premium, life-saving nutrition. This levels the playing field, proving that elite-level disaster preparedness does not have to be a luxury reserved only for the wealthy. We have lost touch with the practical survival wisdom that our grandparents and great-grandparents relied on daily. Reclaiming this lost knowledge is the ultimate form of independence against a fragile system. You don't need a high-tech bunker. You just need the right information and a few basic ingredients. If you want to discover the exact step-by-step recipe to make the 37-cent doomsday ration at home, along with over 120 other forgotten survival foods that never spoil, there is an incredible resource you need to see. I have placed a link in the description below to the Lost Superfoods. Check it out right now to learn how to build a massive bulletproof food stockpile on a shoestring budget. If this video helped you rethink your emergency preparedness, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next deep dive into historical survival secrets. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.